the Austin Major, Counter-Strike's first major held in the United States since Boston 2018. With 7 years since the last NA major, Donk has gone from learning the alphabet to now dropping 40 against a Kerrigan with a bad back and 8 grandchildren. But as a true American patriot myself, I could not wait to finally be able to attend a CS2 major of my own in none other than America's capital, Austin, Texas. Alright, so it's 7 a.m., tickets are out, let me join the Ticketmaster queue, and they're all gone. Yeah, that was really the case, unless you managed to grab tickets during pre-sale, which mind you I did have access to, but those sold out incredibly quick as well. I had midterms in the morning, and by the time I checked pre-sale, the only ticket left was a light $1,000, and while I could obviously afford that, I thought I'd be a good person and pass it to someone who just really needed it more than me. And well, if you did miss out on pre-sale, good luck trying to purchase the general release tickets, as Blast sold nearly all of their tickets during that pre-sale period. I was lucky enough to get a glimmer of hope by being in the top 200 of the general release queue, only for everything to come crashing down on me when the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing ticket app of all time, Ticketmaster, decided that my page needed to refresh on its own. But why? Why were tickets for the Austin Major so incredibly difficult to acquire? Well, the main reason is because there was such a limited amount of tickets to begin with, given the scope of the event. Remember, this is the first major held in the US since 2018, and yes, Europe does have a much higher CS player base than NA does, but Europeans also get access to a major once a year. A flight from Finland to Portugal spans across the entirety of Europe, but is still under 5 hours. No matter where you live in Europe, you can essentially attend a Counter-Strike major once a year. For those of us in NA, the Austin Major could be the only time we have the opportunity to attend a CS2 major for who knows how long. Yet despite this, Blast TV decided it would be a great idea to host the major at Moody Center, an arena with a capacity of around 15,000. And that number is in fact even smaller, as 9 complete sections were not even available for purchase, meaning the capacity for the event is probably closer to somewhere around 13,000. And it's not like they had no other options available. The United States has an abundance of stadiums that have thousands more capacity than the Moody Center. In fact, Dallas has the American Airlines Center with a capacity of over 19,000, located only 3 hours away from the Moody Center. And it's not like it'd be unprecedented for a Counter-Strike event of this size. The Paris and Antwerp majors both had capacities of over 20,000 people, and both of these events completely sold out. But obviously, planning an event of this scale is no easy feat, so I won't put too much blame on Blast. But one thing I can blame them for is ticket prices. Now, I was never blessed with being able to see the ticket prices firsthand, or else, I'd probably have tickets by now, but from what I understand, tickets started at around $225 for 2-day passes and $250 for 4-day passes. Now, these prices are not necessarily absurd compared to recent majors, but there are aspects of the pricing that were a bit too high in my opinion. For example, a 2-day weekend ticket for the Austin Major cost a little above $200, while for the Shanghai Major, it would have only been about $120, and for the Copenhagen Major, it would have been about $130. But the real issue was the higher tier tickets for the Austin Major, as floor seats came in at around $1,000 plus for 4 days, which is not a drastic jump from around $900 for the 4-day Shanghai Tier 1 ticket prices, but a massive jump from the around $250 that 4-day floor seats would have cost at Copenhagen. Maybe this is just something you can chalk up to good old late stage American capitalism, but the pricing of the Austin Major is definitely the worst we have seen for any CS2 event thus far. Now, besides those 2 major complaints, there are also a couple other issues to note with how Blast organized ticket sales. First off, the event has assigned seating, which is something they gave no prior warning about. For those of you that do not know, almost all majors in the past have operated without assigned seats. You simply buy the section that you want to sit in and make sure that you are in a relatively good shape so you can outrun the average CS2 player base to the best possible seats in that given section. However, with the Austin Major having assigned seats and people not knowing this, there are many complaints from groups of people that have had to be split as they could not find seats next to each other. Most people want to attend large-scale events like these with friends to spend quality time together and make lifelong memories, except at Blast Austin, you do not get to sit next to your friends. You have the pleasure to sit next to the weird people in your lobbies who harass you for breathing and yell the N-word every chance they get. And to top off the stupidity of the event's organization, ticket sales are limited to 4 per customer. Yes, that makes perfect sense for a 5-player game. What if a group of friends who 5-stack all the time want to attend the event together? Well, best Blast can do is 4, I guess, so lowest HLTV rating has to go. I'm fully aware that 2 separate people could just buy the tickets in this scenario, but I feel like specific conditions like this should have been thought of when you're hosting the biggest event for one of the biggest esports. Okay, enough hating on Blast. At least they did one thing right, and I have to give them credit where it's due. Blast announced that reselling tickets will only be allowed via Ticketmaster, and resold tickets can only be sold at face value, which means that scalpers will not be able to buy tickets to make a quick buck off the event. Thank God, because so many events are ruined by scalpers purchasing tickets only to sell them for triple the original price, making it impossible for the average consumer to attend. I really have to shout out Blast for... Oh, never mind. Yes, you are reading this correctly. The morning of pre-sale, Blast announced that tickets will no longer have an official resale. They genuinely just have to be messing with us at this point, because what kind of sick enjoyment do they get from just inflicting pain onto us like this? Seriously, why would you clearly state on your own website that there would be ticket reselling available only to completely go against your own word the morning that ticket sales begin? Like, it's just completely blasphemous. Okay, sorry for that one, but it really is. Countless people are stating how they were unaware that reselling tickets was no longer an option and have purchased an excess of tickets that they thought they could resell. And with the whole reason that I am making this video being that I and many others were not able to get tickets for the Austin Major, why not just allow the reselling of tickets at face value? This would genuinely solve everyone's problems, as those who accidentally bought too many tickets can just get their money back, and those of us who could not buy any tickets because of how terrible the system of acquiring them was can actually have the chance to attend the event. I do not know when the next CS2 Major will be held in NA, or if CS2 will even survive as a game by then. All I know is that there are still many players who want to attend the Austin Major, so the least Blast can do is abide by their original rules and simply allow the reselling of tickets for the Austin Major. Thank you guys for watching, and yes, I am just very upset that I didn't get tickets and taking it out on Blast, but I know a lot of you guys are too. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please just leave a like and subscribe, as each of you guys will help me get one step closer to just completely buying out the Austin Major and giving every single person a ticket. Also, please share this so tickets actually become resellable and I can finally buy one. Thank you.